Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another video for the Phantom Express. So many new changes, so much to talk about. So I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to leave the engine for the end because that's the most exciting bit, of course. I want to get these out of the way as well because look at these. These now actually look like good, or somewhat decent at least, evil prison wagon coaches things. So we'll start off with what I like to call the main one. So you'd see like a bunch of these back to back, styled up? Sure. Piled up or stacked up. You know what I mean, right? Styled up. But on a serious note, it's going to continue that white stripe going along there. There are little sections that have lights kind of dipping downwards. I was going to use the slope like it uses on the blue engine that goes around the 317 logo. But obviously I didn't have enough of those, and these look kinda nicer. But yeah, I mean there's no reason why I can't use them. It actually does look really good when you just hold it up there. It has a ladder. Let me try and get a reflection. Oh, there we go. It actually has a ladder piece there to help people get up and down. The bone doors have stayed, of course, because it does look really cool. It's a very nice feature. And it has an arch as well. Now these are special wheel arches that you get on like monster trucks or something like that. Had 6 of these, and I thought, well, if I ever get around to making a third one, I'll know how to use them. Because it was the sort of thing where I was like, I need to make these look good. How do I look good? And I found these, I was like, oh my god, that's all I need. And going along the roof, it has some bones and the teeth pieces because I actually want to use them, but not in a stupid way, and I think it works for this. Plain backs and fronts, or whatever you want to call them. These, hang on, here we go. These pieces here, it's all plain. Just gonna use my finger, but I'm holding the camera. But yeah, as a whole, as a general prison wagon, I think it looks really nice. So let's get that back on and move that out of the way. Get this one up as well. So it's very similar in terms of what you just saw, but at this side, it's one brick taller rather, because of the piece I'm using here. Still has these little tusk pieces, and it now has like an escape hatch sort of thing. Well, I like to picture it as you got some prisoners that are not important if they try escaping. They go up this set of stairs here. Can I try and show you inside? Is that gonna work? The lighting's very awkward, I don't like it. There we go. So you can see the stairs there. So it's the idea of just pushing them up and then pushing them off. Which is very funny indeed, especially if you're a ghost. Or any monster in particular. Now with those out of the way, let's have a look at the new ghost train. Oh my god, look at this. So it's a lot tidier, for one. First thing to point out is that along here the pistons are a lot cleaner. It's only 1 brick wide rather than 2 wide, and it's removed all the bones so I can use those for future models. I've continued this wavy spiny piece. It's now 8 of those long rather than the 5 as you see on the traditional engine. It has an actual like face skull and a couple of hands wielding some special daggers, and just look at that. It looks so much cooler. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah. Lego, sure. Right. There is now another one of these kind of rail pieces moving on. I've been able to take off the 1 wide slope from here and make it only 4 wide for this to actually look a lot nicer. And that also gave me the chance to put one underneath the funnel, so now it all works all the way along there. This is now 6 wide rather than 4. And it has a big long bone along the top rather than one of the small ones. There's been a little replacement in terms of the moonstone and the whistles. The whistles are now sitting between the bell and the moonstone. The moonstone's up there looking cool. Harkon is still inside. Hello Harkon. And the tender is plain and quite boring, but I took off some of the parts to make some of the coaches as you saw earlier, and I kind of prefer this. You know, it's just basic, it's not over the top, it's not unnecessarily complicated, which is really nice. And that is it for the ghost train. So let's put those over here. thank you all ever so much for watching. It's very fun making this, and now that I get to do the most fun part, which is make some clips of all these trains in action, which you will actually see in a couple of weeks. I want to try and just do like a massive montage of trains moving, because there's a lot more fun that way. So in that video you're going to see like the Emerald Champion, that new orange train which you saw last week, the new 317, and you're going to see this, big red, anything and everything basically is the BGN LEGO Railway in action. Loving it, looking forward to it. Thank you all so much for watching, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.